When I was told I was coming to a hill climb, I expected the hill just to go straight down and straight up again. Didn't realise it was going to be this steep, or this big. The track's a kilometre long in tarmac. There are 8 marshal points and the fastest car completes the circuit in 26 seconds, the slowest about 40. Well, it's taken me 10 minutes to get this far and I'm not even halfway. I can't believe I finally made it to the finish. The track's certainly a lot steeper than you'd expect, and some of the cars have to get into first gear for the corners, which means the cars are really put through their paces, a bit like my legs. So I'm here with the chairman of the club, Simon. Simon, how did all this start?
It started in about 1967 when this was just a mud track. And the owner at the time was a very keen motorsport man and decided to turn it into a hill climb. So we tarmacked it, put it in the great big loop, and it's been running ever since. About
Since
8 or 9,
60s.
since early, yes, 68 was the first proper meeting.
And were you guys one of the first people to do hill climbs, or did it happen at other places?
No, hill
already?
climbing has been going on since 1890 or something like
Seriously?
that. But very different format then,
Yeah.
because all the roads were obviously gravel and not tarmac.
And did you race yourself?
I do drive myself, yes, but never here. Too scared.
What, scared of what?
Making a fool of myself here.
I see, because you're quite well known. Now we see there's bikes behind us going off. I presume this is where they warm up their tyres just before they start.
Yes, they warm up their tyres just before the start line and to get some heat into them so they've got better grip.
Yeah, fantastic.
And then they go as fast as they can over about 1,075 yards, which is the length of the hill.
What sort of speeds do they get up to on the bikes or the cars?
I'm not sure how fast the bikes go, but the cars will, the highest speed we've had recorded by a car is 145.
145? Sounds really good.
I mean, they're basically, those cars, the top cars, of which there are 2 or 3 here today, are very lightweight cars with Formula 1 engines,
Yeah.
much lighter than a
So
Formula 1
it's going to be
car.
those cars that are
Yes.
putting in the price of fastest time,
Absolutely.
isn't it? Fantastic. Oh, we're going to have a look at some more. It's amazing here. You've got every type of car you can imagine. You've got Formula 3, Ford Escort, kit cars and minis. They've also got Vauxhall and Mitsubishi. You'll also find some well-known kit cars such as Westfields and Caterhams. And to add on to all of those, you'll even find Porsches, poor thing, Datsun, don't see many of those around, E-Type Jag, bit special, Lotus, but my favourite, Morgan in racing green. Now the proud owner of this beautiful car is Roger. Roger, tell me how you got into racing.
Well, it's a long time ago now, I'm afraid, Jane, and I started racing old MGs up at Silverstone, and that's a long, long time ago. But
What a long time ago.
So I wanted to get into something a little bit more modern, you see, so
Yeah.
I've now got a Morgan. That's about as modern as I get.
It's gorgeous. What's the top speed you've had out of this car?
I don't really know. I mean, its theoretical top speed is about 130 mile an hour.
Really?
But probably at Goodwood I might be getting 115 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not very aerodynamic, as you can see. So
Fun to drive though.
great fun to drive,
Yeah.
and quite easy to drive and quite
Really?
comfortable. Yeah. I mean, if you want to try and have a seat in a minute, you'll be very welcome.
Let's see if I can squeeze in there. Don't think I'll be driving this one this afternoon. Now there are a few Lotuses here today, but this one's a bit special because it's probably one of the newest cars here, and Ian is the proud owner.
Hi.
Why a Lotus?
Well, I've been a Lotus fan since I was about that high, and this particular car, the Elise, is really nice because you can use it as a road car and a competition car. So you get the best of both worlds without any real compromise on either. So it's ideal for me.
So you drive it here and then you race it?
Drive it here, race it, and then drive it home. Hopefully drive it home again. Yeah.
And you've had 2 practice runs this morning. How did they?
Very well.
How did you do?
The second run we took 4 seconds off our best time from last year, so we did 38.5 seconds, which is pretty good. If we can stay there for the actual competition this afternoon, I think we're in with the chance of a class win.
So what's made it faster for you? Have you given it a bit of a revamp lately?
We've had a fairly major rebuild over the winter, so the engine's now up to about 204 horsepower, which compares to about 120 for the standard engine. New gearbox and new brakes. And a bit of practice for the driver as well.
What did you do to give it more brake horsepower?
It's got a gas flowed head, direct to head throttle bodies, new camshafts and various other technical bits and pieces, and a new engine.
Technical stuff.
Technical stuff, I'm afraid, yes, technical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's obviously done the job.
It's done the job very well, so we've just got to keep practicing now and keep knocking the time off.
So hopefully this afternoon you'll be able to get your practice on.
I hope so, I hope so.
And I've noticed this big red button on the front
big red
here.
button.
What's
No,
that
I'd
for?
rather you didn't press that red button. That actually sets off the fire extinguishers. There's a big fire extinguisher there which is plumbed through the car. So there are actually, you can see it down there, the little red nozzle. There are other nozzles there and nozzles in the engine bay. And when you press that button when it's armed, 4.5 litres of extinguishant go poof and put out the fire. So it's a safety thing.
Well, good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
We'll keep an eye out for you.
Good, do that.
With Neil, who's a mechanic turned driver. Neil, this is your first race today.
Well, it's actually my first weekend here. Okay, I mean, I'll say the car itself's come together over a very short period of time. I bought the shell back in February, and 3 weeks of sort of evenings and weekends putting it together from a bare shell, basically, to get it up to what it is now.
That's amazing. Did you do it on your own, or do you have a team?
Well, no, it's me and Carl with the Escort behind me here. Just decided that I was coming out this season no matter what, and so there's a long way to go yet on it, but yeah, it's out here.
So you don't regret the transition from mechanic to
No, not really, not at all. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. It's what it's all about.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And how did your time go today? Were you pleased?
It's getting quicker during the course of the day, but yeah, like I say, everything comes with time, with a bit of experience, really.
So hopefully next year you're going to do even better.
Hopefully.
Have to wait for that.